All right, what's up, fam? I thought we would do a little final tour of our Southern Pine rehab. It's exciting because we've already had this house on the market. I think I brought this to you guys about 2 weeks ago, and we're now officially pending, and we have inspections tomorrow morning. Daughter and I are going to be going up to Busch Gardens, so we're not going to be here to attend this inspection. So I wanted to stop by here because they're going to be coming at 10 a.m. tomorrow, do a quick little walkthrough. And I said, you know what? I know a few things got added to the property since I showed that last video, and I wanted to show you, what the property looks like. It's getting close to sunset. I shouldn't say sunset. It's like 6 o'clock right now, but I'm going to give you a little walkthrough. We got all the lights turned on. You just see how this thing turned out. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car garage pool home. Up here in the Whitfield area, beautiful area in Manatee County. A lot of the houses up here are a Sarasota address, but they're still in Manatee County, which to me is not much difference in terms of what you're looking at for taxes and other things from county to county between Sarasota and Manatee. And you're seeing a vacuum here because, well, as you guys know, I'm pretty much a one-man show. So I'm wearing a lot of hats. I do hire a lot of people to do a lot of the work for my properties. I don't work on them myself. But there are still things as a listing agent, as the person that owns the house and wants to make sure you have a nice product. I tend to wear a lot of hats, and hey, one of those hats for about 10 minutes is going to be just a quick little run through with the vacuum on the floors. We don't need bugs on the floor when we have inspections going on. We got enough things to worry about. But you can see here, we didn't really do much inside of the closets. We did keep the rods and the shelves that were already here. You can see it's got some funky trim. But other than that, even the light in there is the same. But we did get solid core doors. We got all new hardware on those doors. We got new light fixtures, outlets. This is a staged property. So what you're looking at in terms of that furniture, it's not a furnished house. It's just what we do at the end of all of our listings. We always stage them. That's what I've done for 10 years. It's what I learned from my mentor, my partner, and that's what I continue to do because I think it helps sell houses. AI can be nice with what you can get, but at the end of the day, when you're walking through the house, there is a feel that you get when it's a homely feeling house. Yes, you need to get them in the door with your pictures, but you also need to keep them inside once they get to the house. Something to note on, let's see, this bathroom is both in the master or the primary bathroom. We replaced both the light fixtures. I just felt it was very dark, and it was so dark I didn't even remember to take my guest bathroom photo from my original listing just because it was so gloomy feeling. So we changed that out. Also, we did have to add the shelving in here, and I had asked that my guy use some nice new fresh wood and stain them, and that didn't happen. So is what it is. New door, it's got the blinds built in. I love that feature. Let's see, yep. So you can raise them, lower, and you can open and close. I love those windows. We still got our stickers on. We're still waiting to get the final window permit closeout done. Unfortunately, one of our kitchen sliding windows, which is a custom order window, we'll walk over to that right now, fell and broke when the install was happening, so we had to order a new one, and I believe it arrived today. So that is this window. I believe it's right now at this moment a single pane window, but luckily we were still able to at least put it in. But in terms of getting the final inspection, we'll need to make sure that thing is perfect. But we did go with that horizontal opening so that if somebody is out here in your pool area, you can just slide this open and you can pass things through. And you got a little bit of an overhang there. I think that's about a 10-inch countertop that you see over there. That is quartz, and you're looking at an outlet cover because what did I just tell you guys? I just said I'm a jack of all trades that wears a lot of hats. Maybe I didn't say jack of all trades, but I am. And that entails putting an outlet cover on when I noticed there was one missing on the outside by the pool. So here is our garage area, brand new garage door opener. And if you have not priced that out recently, that is definitely one of the items that over the past couple years has gone up in price, and it has not come back down. You're going to be somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000 for a basic double garage door with an opener these days. But hey, it's impact rated, right? All right, let's head outside. Let's get this all wrapped up. So here's our lanai patio area. We did not do anything in terms of fixing the pebbled Chattahoochee, whatever you want to call this surface. I learned that it's called Chattahoochee, and it can be a pain if you want to tear this up. But you can also put pavers over top that. But if we had gone that route, we would have needed to add coping around the edge of the pool to raise the height of that. And then we'd also had to replace this drain. Most likely would have gone with a wider drain. Not that it would matter, because you'd still have a drain or a gap underneath unless you cut it. But they have a bucket in here because the people doing the purchase of the house had somebody come just do a low cost test to see if there's any kind of leaking in the pool. But we did have this pool resurfaced. We had new waterline tiles done, which would be the tiles right there that the water edge is up to, and then the side here. And you can see they did the best they could to blend in the grout with these tiles with what we already had. So we just went with this light, you know, off-white taupe-ish color. And I love the way these tiles turned out that I picked just through a brochure, not even seeing them in person. But two different styles you can see, but they ended up blending very well together, and you got this cool like gradient on the tile. So I think it turned out great. All right, again, staged out here. This section was really weird. There were these wooden planks that were running for this square section. We have no idea what it was for. It looked like that it had been done after the fact, because it looks like the concrete was just cut to do that. So I have no idea why they did that, but we ended up just filling it in with concrete and just painting it something neutral so that the new buyer, if they want to change that, there's a lot of things they could do with it. We also, on the landscaping, these beautiful palms were already all here. There was a dark mulch that had been there for obviously years that was surrounding all of them. We pulled all that out, and then we went over top of it with a good like 3 inches of this shell. So it just really made the whole outline of the pool pop. I think it added a little bit of depth to the pool as well. In terms of the pool equipment, we didn't really have to touch much. We did change the cartridge or filter assembly housing and put a new filter / cartridge in there. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out where the damn light switch is for the pool light in here. The pool company had no idea. There's the outlet we need to cover up. But yeah, we can't find the light switch. But that's going to wrap it up. You can see new sliders as well. So there is a lot of new on this house. You know, everything in the kitchen's new, appliances are new. I just decided, why not just leave some old closet shelves? That's the million-dollar question after recording this video and walking the house and just seeing how beautiful everything looks. Why didn't we just upgrade those closet shelves a little bit? Well, they are just little closets. The nice thing is they're all walk-in closets. So who cares about the shelving? You got yourself a nice walk-in closet that you can do whatever you want with. But that's going to wrap it up. I will come back to you after we wrap up the inspection period and get through the inspections and talk about, you know, what they find and their discovery of looking at the property. Myself just walking around here for about 5 minutes before and turning on lights and looking at the outside of the property, I've already seen a few things that I know that I'm going to have taken care of regardless if they come up on the inspection report or not. It's going to be something that I'm already letting this buyer know, hey, I'm going to take care of these items because I noticed this, and this is something that I would want done on my house, and I feel would be a problem for anybody that's wanting to buy the house. So we're going to have it taken care of because we're easy investors to work with. And on that note, we need another deal. We got 2 right now that are just sitting, waiting to get started. So I need another property. So if you got a property or you know someone that has a property, give me a call, 239-357-5692. And as you should always do, leave your number a second time so people don't have to go back and re-listen to an entire message or 9-minute video. So 239-357-5692. And my email is greatdaneproperties@gmail.com. Hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough, and I hope to bring you guys some numbers and talk to you about how this all played out at the end of this deal. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.